Hi, I'm Jonathan Toya, and I'm here with Michael Murray, game designer for Tekken. So tell us, give us an overview on Tekken Tag Tournament 2.
Okay. Well, actually, Tag 2, it just came out in the Japanese arcades today. So even though it's called Tekken Tag Tournament 2, it's actually quite different than the first Tekken Tag Tournament. One of the major reasons is because we now have 4 players on screen at the same time, which really opens up a lot gameplay-wise. A lot of new gameplay systems have been added on top of all the features that we've brought in through the various Series 5 and 6. So you had walls, bound, all of that is still in there, plus all the new tag elements that we've added. For example, Tag Assault, where you can call your partner out on screen at the same time and kind of beat up on your opponent simultaneously. There's also a tag crash system, which allows you to have your partner jump in right away to help you out when you're in a pinch. So there really is a lot there. The character lineup is just very huge. So with all the combinations that you can make for different teams and such, we feel there really is a lot there to play. So I think you've seen in the arcade today how excited people are about the game.
Oh, actually I did. In fact, I actually saw a few new characters. There's a JC, if I recall. There's Jun coming back from Tekken 3, and Ogre, as well as Jinpachi for some reason. But anyway, could you explain a little bit more about Jun and JC?
Yeah, well, I guess, the cat's out of the bag about JC already. People have realized that JC is actually a play on words of J and the letter J and C, Julia Chang, right? So what happened was her friend, the setting is she has a friend who was a famous pro wrestler who was injured and was in the hospital and couldn't make a very special match. So she asked Julia Chan to kind of participate on her in place of her. So that's why JC donned the wrestling costume. She has quite a few moves that reflect the wrestling setting as well. And you can also, and Harada's mentioned this before, but you can take the mask off as well for people who are fans of Julia. So that's her setting. Also, there's June, like you mentioned, who's making a return. This was a character that a lot of fans really asked for over Twitter to Harada. Please bring back June. So we think that a lot of people are very excited to see her make a return. I guess once you get your hands on her and have played her a bit, you'll realize she's changed quite a bit from the last installment that she appeared in. There's also Jinpachi. Some people on Twitter were kind of mentioning, well, I hope he's not like the boss in 5 and such. But he's not. He's been totally retuned to be a proper character in Tag 2 that you can play against. It's not going to be cheap. So we have a very capable and qualified balancing team that made sure that he's quite a great addition to the Tag 2.
Oh, and what about Ogre?
Ogre. Ogre, of course, it wouldn't be Tag without Ogre. So in the original Tag Tournament 1, you had Ogre and True Ogre. So this time you have the final form, the True Ogre from that series that's made an appearance. Obviously, a lot of the moves and such have been retuned by our balancing team. So we hope that a lot of people will check it out in the arcade and tell us what you think.
Alright, one last thing. Could you just say the release dates of all the Tekken games that are coming out within this period?
Haha, tricky. Tekken Hybrid, we haven't announced a strict release date yet, but we have said that we are trying our best to get out this year. So people can look forward to that. Tekken Hybrid includes the 3D movie, also Tekken Tag Tournament 1 HD, and Tag 2 Prologue, all on one disc. And as far as Prime Edition for 3DS as well, we haven't announced a strict date for that yet, but we are trying our best to try to get it out sometime this year, is all we can say about that. And Tag 2 is out in arcades in Japan today, actually. Other parts of Asia will follow shortly after, be that Korea or Singapore and such.